What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel Learn with Selassie. I know it's been a while. In this lesson, we'll be learning how to design a hero section of a website with a video background. It's a very simple and a straightforward tutorial, so let's get started. Welcome back, guys. So let's start by going straight to our folder, but before then, let's open the Google Chrome browser and go straight to pixels.com and then type tech, go to videos. So this is the video we'll be using for the background, so you go here and download it. And then once it's done downloading, we'll copy it and put inside the images folder. So I'm going to cut this, go to the folder here and put it inside, and then I'll open the HTML with brackets. So this is the basic HTML document we have. So inside the body tag, I'm going to create a div container and then name this ID hero. So we'll have everything inside this div container, and then we'll start by creating the video tag, video. Okay, so inside this tag we have some few attributes we have to put. The first one is autoplay, and then followed by loop and muted. Okay, and then place inline, and I'm going to have a class here called hero video. Okay, and then inside the tag we'll put the source of the video. So the source is where we have the video, that's inside the images folder, that's video.mp4, and then type the name of the video, this is video, and then the format is mp4. Okay, so once this is done, this is for the video we'll be using for the background. Let's start by creating the navbar. So we have the navbar, and then inside the navbar we'll have the logo, which is the image. So source, image, navbar logo, and then we'll close this. And then the next thing will be the menu items. So we have the unordered list, and then we have the first one, which is the anchor tag. So the first one will be about us, So I'm just going to copy this and then paste here and here, change this to services. Okay, and then the last one will be contact. All right, so this is for the nav bar, which is going to be on top. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is to create another div which will have the content for the page. So I'm going to create a div. So I'll name this, I'll give it a class with hero. I'll name it hero content. So we'll have the content inside this, and then the first thing will be the H1, which will be the heading. So let's say Learn with Selassie. Okay, and then below we'll just have a button. So the button will have a link which will go to the About Us page. Okay, so we have this About Me. Yeah, so this is basically the HTML. So I'm going to save this now, and then we'll go to our browser and see what we have so far. Yeah, this is how it looks. So let's head straight to the CSS and do the styling for this. So here I have the link to my CSS, which is style.css. So I'm going to open this in brackets as well. And then the first thing I'll do is I'll go to Google Fonts, and then I'll get the font we'll be using for the whole page. So Google Fonts, and then I'll just type in Poppins. So this is the font we'll be using for the page. So I'm going to select it here, and then I will add the regular one, and then this medium, and then semi-bold and bold. Okay, so I'll come here, click on import, and then I'm going to copy what is here inside the style tag. Okay, I'll copy this, come to my CSS file, and then I'll paste this inside. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is I'll style the CSS page itself. So we have the margin, which will be 0. Okay, and then padding also is going to be 0 for the page, and then the box sizing. The box sizing will be border box. Okay, and then the font family, I'm going to copy it from here. I'll scroll down and then copy this font family, and then I'll paste. So this will be the font we'll be using for the whole page. And then I'll start by styling the hero, which is the main container. So since this is an ID, we have the hash and then the hero, and then the background is going to be background image, and then I'll use linear gradient. So inside that I'll have the RGBA value, which is 0, 0, 0, and then I'll reduce the opacity to, let's say, 0.5 or 6. Okay, and then the second value will be RGB, which is also going to be black, 0, 0, 0. Then opacity will be 0.6. Okay, then I'll close this, I'll put a semicolon, and then the next thing is I'm going to give the width of 100%. Okay, and I want this to cover the entire page, so I'll make the height 100 VH. Okay, so it's going to cover the entire page, and then position will be relative. Okay, and then the next thing is I'm going to put a border, a padding, sorry, up, down will be 0, and then the left and right will be 5%, and display will be flex. Okay, and then align items will be center, and then justify content also is going to be center. Okay, so this is for the main container, which is the hero section. So let's move to the next thing we have in the HTML, which is the navbar. So for the navbar, we'll have the width also to be 100%. Okay, and then the position will be absolute, and then the left is going to be 0, and then top also is going to be 0. Okay, and then what else? I think we need to, yeah, display will be flex for the nav items, and then I want the logo to be on the left side, and then the unordered list items to be on the right side. So we have to put justify content. Okay, we will have space between, and then the last thing we'll put align items center. Okay, and then padding will be, let's say, 10 px. Okay, and then once this is done, let's move on and style the unordered list. Okay, so I'll copy this ULLI. Okay, so display will be inline block. Okay, and then the list style will be none. So I don't want the dot next to the list, so this is going to be none. And then padding right, I'll make it let's say 10. Padding right 10 px. Okay, so I'll save this and then run so that we see what we have so far. I'll just reload the page. Yeah, as you can see, it's still not looking good. So once we are done with the styling, everything should be perfect. So I want to reduce the size of this logo here also. So to do that, yeah, before then I'll change this. So what I'll do is I'll copy this. Okay, the link, and then text decoration will be none. Okay, and then the font size will give it 18 px. Okay, and then the color will be white. Okay, so let's check it out and see. Reload. Yeah, this is perfect now. So now let's reduce the size of this image. Okay, so to do that, it will be navbar image. Okay, so let's make the width 80 px, and then the height will be auto. Okay, I'll save it and reload. Yeah, I think this is fine now. The size is perfect. So once that is done, let's move to the hero content now. So for the hero content, I have, just copy this hero content, and then I'll come here, and then text align. I want everything to be centered, so text align center. Okay, and then the next thing will be the H1 inside the hero content. So H1, and then the color will be white. Okay, and then the font size, let's say 5 em. 6, let's make it 6 em. So I'll save this, reload the page again, and see what we have. Okay, so this is out of the page, so we need to do some few more styling, and then so yeah, that is done. So let's continue. I think the next thing, yeah, we have the button. Yeah, so let's work on the button. So this will be hero content button. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll give the background color to be white. Just FF, and then border radius will be 5 px. Okay, and then border will be none. Okay, and I'll give some padding. So top down, let's say 10 and then 20 for the left and right. Okay, once that is done, I'll save this and then come down, and then copy this whole thing for the link inside. So what I'll do is I'll make this color a little dark. So the color code is 2B2B2B, and then the font size, let's give 1.8 EM. Okay, and then text decoration will be none. Okay, none. And yeah, as you can see, it's still out of the page, so let's fix this. So what we'll do is we'll copy the class here, which is hero video. Okay, then the dot is here since it's a class, and then the width will make it 100% so that it doesn't go out of the page, and then the height will be auto. Okay, and the position for this will be absolute. Okay, and then the bottom will give 0. Okay, and the right also will be 0. And I'll give a z index of -1 because we want the dark, we want this to be on it, the dark color here. So the z index will be -1. So I'm going to save this and then run the page, reload the page. Beautiful. This is what we have, as you can see. So for now, if I resize this, you can see the page is not responsive. So we need to make this a responsive page. So to do that, we'll come down, type at media, and then what we'll do is put mean aspect ratio. Okay, we'll first check the 16 by 9. So we'll be doing this for both landscape and portrait. So for that, okay, just once this is done, we put the curly brackets. We need to style the hero video, this right here. I'll just copy and paste inside this, and then what I'll do is I'll make the width 100%. Okay, and then the height will be auto. Okay, so I'm going to copy the same thing, this whole thing, and then I'll come down and then I'll paste, but instead of mean, I'll change this to max, and then the width will be auto. Okay, and then I'll change the height to 100%, and then I'll save this, come reload the page. So if we check this on the mobile phone, we can see it's now responsive. Yeah, so you can even reduce the font size, let's say for the H1. So what I'll do is I'll reduce the font size and the line height as well. So I'll make this 5, and then line height, we can make it 1.1 EM. So I'll save this and reload. Yeah, this is perfect now. So you can see this is fully responsive. So this is how you create a hero section with the background video. As you can see, it's very easy. So yeah, that's it for today. So I hope you'll be able to try this. If you have any doubts, you can put it down in the comment section. I'll help you out. So stay tuned and I'll be back with more tutorials. Peace out.